Hi, J&W Services. My name is Steven. I called earlier today and I actually left a message on your voicemail and I saw your email here. So I went ahead and just wanted to shoot you a short video just because I think it will provide you a lot of value and really help you out if you need it. I don't know how word of mouth is or referrals are, but online you're not getting found. Now, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you three things that you can actually implement today to start helping your website rank above your competitors. Now, if by the end of this video you can see that I do have the know-how to get this done, you can reach back out to me. We can chat, or you can just take this information if you want and implement it. Now I'll jump right into it. The three things I'll be covering today are it's content, citations, and backlinks. And before I jump into that, though, I just wanted to show you your website is not secure right now, and I had to go jump through some hoops to get in here, so nobody's finding you right now. Plus, you don't have any content. Now, content is basically everything on your website, primarily your homepage, and this is your homepage. So Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the homepages of these websites that deal with home services in these service-based industries, such as what you offer. This allows you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords that people are searching for when they're searching for your services. So what I did first is I grabbed the number one competitor in your area, Duggan's Mechanical, and they're number one for Burlington. They're showing up number one for most of the keywords that people are searching for when they're searching for the services. And I threw them into a tool here that I like to use called Ahrefs. Now this tool pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. Now, DuggansMechanical.com is currently being found for 12 keywords, and over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 168 times. So I took your website and I threw it into the same tool, and you're not being found for any keywords and you weren't clicked on. And I think a lot of it has to do with the security issue on your website. So let's go back to our competitor, and we can actually click on this number 12 here, and this will pull up the 12 keywords they're being found for. These are the 12 keywords. So HVAC Burlington is the most viewed keyword in HVAC Burlington NC and without the NC. It looks like it was searched 150 times in the past 30 days, and their site was clicked on about 1/3 of those times. This says they're position 2, but they're really position 1. So you'd want to go down this list and grab all the relevant keywords, right? You wouldn't want Duggan's because that's theirs, but most of these you would want, and you'd want to put them, get content on your site, because if you don't, Google's just not even going to find you, right? So that's number one. Number two are what we call citations, and this has to do with your Google business profile. Now, when people are searching for these terms like HVAC Burlington NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 and 70% of those people are not going to be scrolling past this section right here. Now, this is called the map pack, and it looks a little different on mine because I've got some extensions that are putting some extra information here, but you do have it. Yeah, this is your Google business profile, and most people are under the impression that to get ranked in the top 3 here, the driving factor are reviews. And while that does play into it, that is by far not the driving factor. The driving factor is something we call citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these directories are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. There's quite a few of them, and it was the businesses with the most citations that usually did pretty well in this map pack. But Google doesn't work like that anymore. They're concerned about the quality of those citations. So there's actually a core 50 directories, and you can actually Google just that term right there and it'll bring them up, and you want to make sure you're in all 50 of those directories. And on top of that, Google or AI is a major player these days, right? AI platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini. And with them searching, you also want to be in these data aggregators, and there's 3 major ones, and those are Newstar, Foursquare, and Data Axle. Once you get verified into those, they actually will push your information to hundreds of other applications, directories, and GPS systems. This is important because this creates what we call data consistency across all these platforms. And that data consistency is what creates trust with all these AI platforms and Google itself, right? And they're more likely to refer you, and you are much more likely to show up in this top three, okay, in the map pack. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results lists. And the number one spot here will get anywhere between 30 to 50% of all the clicks. And that's just this one position. Whereas it was between 40 and 70. Click in here, that's split in between these three businesses. This is between 30 to 50 all by itself. The main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now, backlinks is essentially when you have other websites on the internet that have a link on one of their pages that when it's clicked, it links back to your website. Now, Google uses backlinks as a sort of an online referral system. And the more relevant that those websites are that are linking back to your website, the better. So, for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry site that's linking back to your website, that's what's going to help push you up in Google's rankings. However, say you have there's a web, like Pizza Hut is a very popular website. Say you have a backlink from them. That's not going to do you any good no matter how popular they are because you guys don't sell pizza. So the relevance isn't there, right? So it's got to be relevant in some sort of way. So let's go back to our competitor here. And this is that page that I was showing you their keywords. But I want to pay attention to this section here called the backlink profile. Now, to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for these terms that people are searching for. But after they find you, they've got to determine where they're going to place you. And that it's through your backlinks where it determines whether they're going to put you on page 1 or page 10 or anywhere in between, right? So our competition, and this is very interesting because the competition is weak here. This Burlington is open for the taking, it looks like to me. They currently have 25 backlinks coming from a total of 17 other websites. They call them referring domains in here. So I went ahead and through let's go back to yours. And now you're not being found, so it doesn't matter what your backlink profile looks like, but you've got more backlinks than them. You have 72 backlinks coming from a total of 35 other websites, but it's not necessarily the number, right? It's the quality and the relevance of the websites that you're getting the backlinks from. So we can go back to our competitor, and we want to look at the websites they're currently getting their backlinks from. So we can click on that 17, and that's going to bring up all 17 websites they're currently getting backlinks from. Looks like the main drivers are dexknows.com, bestprosintown.com, and local biz world. They got a few of them, but what I always recommend is you go down this list and you go out and get backlinks, right? You go and get backlinks from all these websites, and if you were to do that, you would be getting the same authority pushed to you. So this is assuming at this point your content and your keywords are right, and then if you were to do this and just keep adding quality backlinks month over month, you would actually put yourself in contention for that number one spot there. And as long as you kept adding backlinks, you would take over that number one spot and get all that traffic. So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. The first thing is going to be content. First of all, you need to, this needs to be fixed up here. This HTTPS should not have that, should not be crossed out. So that would have to be fixed first and foremost. Then you would have to work on your content. I would recommend at least 1,500 words with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations, right? This is your Google business profile. You want to Google the top 50 core directories for citations, and then get into those three major data aggregators, which are Foursquare, Newstar, and Data Axle. And lastly are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC systems, services in and around the Burlington area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can take this information and implement it yourself if you'd like, or if you'd like to book a discovery call with me, My name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina, just outside of Fayetteville, so not too far from you. You can simply respond back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. But other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day. Bye-bye.